I'm Wakeman, and I'm a drama researcher. I'm also the author of No Ego, a book about how leaders can cut the cost of drama and drive big results in their organizations. Today, we're right outside of Baltimore, and I'm speaking at a conference for human resource leaders that are working in healthcare organizations. I actually started out life as a therapist. I was a marriage and family therapist. I got to see clients each day, 8 times a day. They booked you hour after hour, and I noticed some real patterns as people came into my office. First thing I noticed is that every couple, married or not, same sex, heterosexual, every couple fights about the same 2 things. Does anybody want to guess what every married couple fights about? Money and sex. You've been to therapy. Absolutely. Absolutely. Every single couple in the world, according to my studies, fight about sex and money. Somebody spends too much and somebody wants too much. And it's just right, it's just a process. One of the things I noticed early on when I was working as a therapist is that people come in and they really all want the same things in life. They want happiness or they want success or both. And I've also noticed that what people are doing to get those things, happiness and success, won't ever work for them. I've got to get them questioning what their strategies are. Has anybody tried to be more successful and more happier by changing your circumstances? Has anybody done the, if only I had a different colleague, my job would be awesome. If only I had a different boss, if only I got paid more? Anybody see the flaw in that logic? What's wrong with that thinking? No ownership, right? What are the odds, if you're at the mercy of your circumstances, of you ever being consistently and sustainably happy and successful? 0. And yet most of our HR programs today focus on perfecting our circumstances rather than calling our people up to greatness. Your happiness has nothing to do with your circumstances. It has to do with the amount of accountability you take for your circumstances. See, most people think to be happy or successful, they need to change their circumstances. They need a different boss, a different spouse, a different job, a different place to live. What I know and what I like to teach people is our circumstances aren't the reasons we can't succeed. They're the reality in which we must succeed. So let's stop focusing on your circumstances and let's focus instead on getting more skillful to live in your current reality. In conventional, traditional leadership philosophy, leaders are taught that they're responsible for the circumstances of others. To engage people, we need to create great circumstances on the hope that people will give us the benefit of their work, but that's not how it works. What the reality is that we need to teach people not how to live in perfect circumstances or how to be great when everything goes their way. We need to help people get more skillful in their current reality. We need to call people to greatness so that they can move skillfully through the world given any circumstances or any reality. So here's a couple tools for you. First of all, leaders manage energy, and most of the energy in groups goes into why we can't. And you as a leader need to take that energy and manage it into how we could. And here's a great way to do that. Whenever you're in a meeting, notice where the energy's going. If it's going into a big emotion fest about why we can't, change the energy and change the question. Let people know that you want them to focus on how we could. Another great way, leaders, for you to manage the energy of your people is to have a firm, non-negotiable, a rule that I call stop judging, start helping. When people come to you and they're into tattling and they're judging their colleagues, I want you to ask a really important question. What did you do to help, or what could you do to help? See, this gets us focused on not just judging and tattling, but what can I do in my own accountability and empowerment to really make a difference? How can I support my colleague rather than tattle or judge my colleague? It will make a tremendous difference in the energy and the focus of your people. I've said it before, but healthcare is near and dear to my heart, and I absolutely love working with leaders in healthcare. And today, working with the HR leaders was amazing. It is so fun to present kind of these myth-busting concepts. We're blowing up traditional thinking about leadership, and I see all these light bulbs go off, and people actually have hope. They know what they're doing today isn't working, but they don't know what to do instead. And so what's so fun about keynoting and interacting with people is they get excited about their jobs again, because we not only interrupt their thinking, but we reveal the truth, and then we settle their minds by saying, just do this instead. And they can see how easy it's going to be, and they really get excited about the new information, and that makes it totally worth it for me.